not a spice. I call it a spice. Everybody start calling it a spice. I'm after it turn into a spice. It's actually a seasoning. Like you season salt, but it's not a salt. It's a citrus seasoning. And I'm trying to produce more so I can have larger amounts available. But I introduced that, and it's a part of this recipe sharing we have at wdeensoup.com, which is a play on the word bean soup. Deen soup, you know. And I felt it was attractive and kind of catchy there. And this time for African American people, this is a great day that we're living in. As I was talking about Instagram and the internet being such a valuable tool for helping provide economic resources. There was a time when in African American people, just a short while in our lives, just a short while ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago, that if we had this lack of leadership that we're experiencing now, and this level of just evils that are just right in our face that's happening in the world right before us, and the hopelessness and the unemployment and things like that, and just the audacity for racism to be rearing its ugly head at this time that we have the first African American president, we would all be on the streets marching and protesting. And we would all be night and day probably going to bed with carrying heavy burdens if it wasn't for this advanced time of technology that we live in. Just that this is truly the age of communication. That I think it's God's mercy, that God is responsible for all human beings and for caring for us and giving us the best life and providing the best life that we had. And God wouldn't be a merciful God if He didn't take care of us like that. So I feel it's a gift to the poor man, to the disenfranchised, to those that feel like they don't have an opportunity and don't have a voice in this world, that during this time and this age of communication, that I feel that as African American people, we should look at what we have. I find that what brings the most pleasure or the most happiness in a person's life is not what they do for themselves, it's what you do for others. And it's true, without a fact, no doubt, but Wallace don't lie. If I don't believe in something and I can't prove it, I don't say it. That the most happiness that you get in life and the most benefit you get in life is not what you do for yourself. You get more back for yourself than you could have ever prayed for or dreamed for. And that's how my blessings, I feel, come in life. So if we have something to offer the world, and if you don't have nothing to offer the world, look for something. And this is something that's been in the social nature of the African American people for as long as we remember. You'll see a poor African American man out on the street with no shoes, torn, tattered clothes, but he'd be out there singing and dancing, trying to give something to people, or asking, how can I help you, with a smile. If you can't give, if you have nothing to give, offer a smile. Offer help, join somebody else that's doing something good. But this opportunity that I see with your products is an opportunity for us to work collective, because the group is stronger than the individual, to work together for our economic situation. And I'm going to just reiterate what I said last time, is that if you're a young African American, male or female, you should be looking for some product that you can give to the world. You never know, you can come, the hip-hopsters on the streets, become millionaires. One of them, a couple of them billionaires. One of them sold his product for $1 billion, and he started sitting down just writing his thoughts down. He didn't even have a product to sell. He just had his mind and a pen and paper and was writing his thoughts down. Who?
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, yeah. I have no problem saying it.
Yeah.
My father's good friend and close companion before he passed. I ain't gonna believe this. Ramadan. John Ramadan. John Ramadan. He's like an uncle to me. And John Ramadan used to talk about Dr. Dre all the time. And I was like, man, why do you like Dr. Dre so much? But he knew, he had read up on him in his early stages, and he was behind that movement that came out of California, the hip hop movement. But he's just one out of many. And if we don't take advantage of these opportunities, you might miss the boat. You can market your products to your target market. That's the value of having 100 foot soldiers on the streets out there selling something else for you that's illegal, that get you shot, killed, and put in jail. We got this at our fingertips, and if you don't take this, would you expect God to not take note of you not taking advantage of one of the greatest economic opportunities that he could give you, I'd expect him to punish me. I would beg him to punish me if I didn't take advantage. That's why next month I might have a new product. But I want to welcome everybody. And I don't know how to do this, but maybe I'll do it later. I started to introduce a dear friend of ours, our friend here at the Mosque Cares, but he's a businessman, and he's with some group of his business partners. They're going to do a presentation for us, and we're going to open the house up, and I'm honored to do so, to open our house up for Sal Rosa and your economic program. What's it? The business presentation. What's the name of it? ACN. They can explain it better, and I'm going to leave the mic, and the floor is yours now.